there is the interdependence between these factors on the final result, end of a war. And here we have we have some algorithm here, or formula, or we can describe it in different ways. Now, let's go and we'll start with US interest to have a deal. As I explained in my lecture, in my monologue, US interest to have a deal. The Trump's policy today, it's a binary. Yes or no to deal. Or make a deal, or there is no deal. There is, and this interest, it's a very, today, with all the motivation of Trump to receive the Nobel Prize for Peace, this interest today is in a very high probability that United States will press two actors, Hamas and Israel, to make a deal. So today we can say that the answer here, it's a high probability the US interest to have a deal will work. The same situation we have with Egypt, Qatar, and Turkey. Trump has received the Turkish president in Washington, and this was also a shift to change the American policy towards Turkey. And last time that Erdoğan was in Washington, it was, if I remember, it was 2018, so 7 years ago. And there were really in the air tensions between Biden administration and Erdoğan. And now it's a different story. So the motivation of Erdoğan to help to make a deal, it's in a very high probability. Now, Egypt is the same situation. Egypt has a long history and very problematic history with Hamas, because Hamas is a part of a Muslim Brotherhood movement, and today the Egyptians, not only today, but except of the one period of Morsi, President Morsi of Muslim Brotherhood, there is a negative approach of Egyptian establishment toward Hamas as a part of Muslim Brotherhood. So there is a real high motivation to make a deal and to stop this war. And Qatar today, it's one of the important allies of the United States. And today, after the President Trump signed the special decree that United States will secure Qatar existence, and if there will be some violence against Qatar, like the last issue of Israel attempt of assassination of Hamas leaders in Qatar, in Doha. So today Qatar has immunity and has a status of ally of United States. And there is a special relations between Trump administration and Qatar. So also today we see the high level of Qatari motivation to help to make this deal happen, to do something that this deal will really be successful. So also here we have the high level of probability that all this will happen.